Now we're going to get into the warm-up. So start by stepping back on one leg, raising the same arm. You want to have your front knee bent and your back knee, if you can, 90 degrees. If not, just as far bent as you can at the back. You should feel a stretch in front of the hip flexor. So do 10 of these. Now have your feet hip width apart. You're going to squat down as low as you feel comfortable. Reach forward and push through the heels each time you come up. Squeeze the butt. You may feel a bit of a stretch in the back as you reach. If not, that's okay. Keep going. Be sure to push your knees out as you squat as well. Now we're doing a variation, so you turn your feet in. Same thing, you squat down and reach. This one looks a little funny. It's basically to use the hips more. So it may feel a little awkward, but just keep going and push through the heels each time. Now you're going to have your feet out. This one's a bit like a ballerina. Squat down and reach forward. This one's really good for stretching out the inner thighs. It's going to use the outer thighs and butt more. So now stand with your feet together, bring one foot around the front of the other at 45 degrees. Reach down, bending the knees slightly, keeping the back straight and shoulders back. You should feel a stretch in the back of the hamstrings, maybe in the calves as well, depending on how tight you are. Do 10 on each side. And then swap to the other, same thing, reaching down the inside, sitting up straight, making sure your shoulders are back, and reaching down to the outside. Now have your feet wide apart and point the feet straight. Reach down to one foot and across to the other. Keeping your back as straight as you can. You want to keep your shoulders back. You should feel a stretch in the inner thighs. And now we're going to get into the workout. So starting with a lateral lunge, stand and step out to the side, pushing your hips back, bending one knee and keeping the other leg straight. So you want to make sure you're pushing your butt and your hips right back every time and keeping both feet straight. You should feel a stretch in the inner thighs and the butt working. You can do 8 of these on each side. Then do the same on the other side. And now going to stand on one leg, bring the other leg back, and use your opposite arm to counterbalance. This can be a bit tricky at first. If you need something to hold on to, feel free, but try to balance on your leg if you can. So you want to stretch your foot right back and bring it up and around with the knee up every time, squeezing the butt as you bring it up. So you should feel a stretch in the butt as you bring your leg back, and then you should feel the butt working when you bring it up. You'll feel the foot working and the calf working as well. This is a great exercise for the entire leg and the butt and the foot working all together. If this exercise is too challenging though, use something to hold on to. Now stand with your feet hip width apart. You want to squat down, crawl all the way forward and all the way back in until your heels are flat. Stand up straight and keep going. So this is working your full body together, legs, arms. If you've got any wrist issues, you can leave this one out, but it's a really good exercise to use your full body together to get up and down off the ground. It's really good if you can do that. I've said to do 10 in the program, and 10 is good. If you can just do 5 though, that's okay to start with, and then as you get used to it, do 10, but do as many as you can basically. Now we're going to do lunges. So have one foot in front of the other. You're going to lunge down and back up every time. With this, you want to keep your hips as straight as you can. So if it helps to put your hands on your hips, you can. Otherwise, have your hands on your sides. See here how my legs are straight. You want to make sure that both your legs and your feet are as straight as you can get them. And squeeze the butt every time. You should really feel the leg working at the front and the butt working, and a stretch in front of the hip flexor as well. And do both sides. You may find one side easier than the other. Always